but a different team India and a different Sri Lankan team. Your thoughts about the opening?
I mean, as you said, like different team, but still playing international cricket. So it's going to be an interesting and challenging series, of course.
Rangana, what are the learnings which a test team has, because the team has just came out of Zimbabwe, playing Zimbabwe. So what are the learnings, because it was a close encounter for Sri Lanka?
I mean, yeah, of course, at the end chasing like 380 plus, it was like not a easy task. So that confidence will help for the boys, I mean, getting to this Indian series.
What do you reckon about the pitch this time? And always we have seen Sri Lanka as a secret spinner to cope up with the Indian batting lineup. So the conditions of the pitch and the secret spinner this time.
I mean, there is no secret spinners, because if you see the squad, you can see the spinners. I mean, talk about the pitch. I think looks a pretty good pitch. I'm sure it's help for the both teams.
Rangana, this is the last time India, you first test match, you managed to get India out and win the series of Sri Lanka. Subsequently, they managed to play you very confidently in the next two games. I mean, how do you look at it from that point of view? Do you think that you are the main threat to them from their point of view? I mean, they seem to have played you very quite successfully. So on this series, how do you sort of look at how you will tackle it?
I mean, whatever happened recent past, it doesn't count. I mean, now we are starting another new series, so we need to start well, especially the first game. Yeah.
But I mean, is they know how to play you. That's what. So from that point of view, how have you sort of?
Yeah, of course. Even we know that we have a game plan for each and every single player. But as I said, like we are starting a new game, new challenge, and the new pressure as well for every single player.
If you look back, Sri Lanka have often used fast bowlers against India, because obviously they are very good playing against spin. So how your confidence is lying on Sri Lankan fast bowlers at this moment of time?
Actually, like if you take last few months, now we are playing like 2-3 fast bowlers. If you take Suranga and Pradeep, Lahiru Kumara, so this is the bunch that we are going to use in a future as well. I am sure with this confidence, even they had some confidence against, especially Lahiru got some confidence against South Africa. So I'm sure the boys are pretty confident with their performance.
Well, if you take Dushmantha Chameera and Lahiru Kumar, both of them were brilliant in patches, not always. So what is your plan with them right now?
I mean, obviously, Dushmantha Chameera is not in the squad. Of course, with Lahiru Kumara, there is some areas to improve. I'm sure he is working with the fast bowling coach and the head coach. So he's still young, so we need to give them a time to learn a lot of things with the confidence.
What keeps you going at 39, and how long do you think you can go the distance? Like how long can you play that?
Actually, I'm still enjoying playing, especially Test cricket. So I haven't decided anything so far. I'm taking series by series, match by match. So this is at the moment I have decided.
And how crucial is it? How much of a setback to lose Chandy when you had great success the last time the teams played? Do you have any news on who will replace him?
Actually, we haven't decided anything. Yes, of course, that's a big loss for us, because as a captain, as a player, he's normally gives his 100%. So we miss him, but I'm sure he will come back for the either maybe second or third test.
Indians might be playing 3 spinners on this lower surface. Will Sri Lanka also go with that and maybe probably play Malindu Pushpakumar as well? Just after seeing the pitch?
As I said, we haven't decided anything. We'll have another selection meeting. Hopefully, we will take a decision either in the evening or tomorrow morning.
The chief selector has said that Malindu Pushpakumar is the one who will be placing once you retire in the future. So, what's your take on Malindu Pushpakumar?
I'm 100% agreed on that, because if you take his first class career that he has taken more than 500 wickets. So that means he says that stats that he is very good at with his bowling. So I'm sure whether I'm retired or not, I'm sure he is the second option as a left arm spinner.
Rangana, you'll be leading the spin attack and ball surfaces always produce some help for you. So any added tactics that you're going to follow to give some trouble to Indian batsmen?
I mean, as I said, this looks a good pitch. I'm sure it somebody bowls I mean in a good area, especially for the fast bowlers or spinners. There is something on it, but I cannot say there is going to be a turn or not. But I am sure at the end we'll say like 4th, 5th day some assistant for the spinners as well.
Now that you are captaining the side, so the fielding positions will also be the role on the 4th and 5th days. Your team strategy to attack the Indian batsmen.
So that's why I told you that we have some plans for every single player. So hopefully you can see those stuff when we are playing.
Captain, how do you assist the Indian team? How do you see it as a competitor?
How
do you see the Indians as a competitor?
I mean, so they are the number one at the moment. So that means that they also playing very good cricket. So as I said, like this is going to be an interesting and challenging tour. So we need to have play very good cricket from tomorrow.
Okay, let's move to some English question.
I'm තෝරලා නැහැ. නමුත් මම මුලින්ම කිව්ව එකයි ඔහු තරංග 100කට වගේ සහභාගී වෙලා කඩලු 500කට වැඩි ලබාගෙන ඉතින් ඒකෙන් ඔහු පෙන්නලා තියෙනවා ඔහු කොච්චර හොඳ පන්දු යවන්නෙක්ද කියලා. ඉතින් ඒක සමහර විට දඟපන්දු යවන්න දෙදෙනෙක් වුණත් ක්‍රීඩා කරන අවස්ථාවක ඔහුට අවස්ථාවක් ලැබෙන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් මේ වෙද්දි කණ්ඩායම තෝරලා නැහැ. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ඔහුට අනිවාර්යෙන් ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න අවස්ථාව ලැබෙවි කියලා කොයි වෙලාවක හරි. ඔව් තනතිල මම ඒකයි මුලින්ම කිව්වේ තනතිල අනිවාර්යෙන් දැනට තියෙන විදිහට ඉතාමත් හොඳ තනතිලක් තමයි ටෙස්ට් තරඟයකට ලෑස්ති කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඊට අමතරව අපි හැම කෙනාටම පෞද්ගලිකව එක එක්කෙනාට සැලැස්මවල් හදලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා මේ සැලැස්මවල් එක්ක අපේ පන්දු යවන්නෝ පිටිකරුවෝ අනිවාර්යෙන් තමන්ගේ ඒ වගකීම මේ වෙලාවට ඉටු කරાવી කියලා.
අපි දන්නවා ඉන්දියා කණ්ඩායමක් ප්‍රබල කණ්ඩායමක් කියලා. අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම පස් දෙනෙක්ව ඇතුල් කරන්න අදහසක් තියෙනවද දැනට තීරණ නැතුව ඇති නමුත් ඔබගේ අදහස් මොනවාද ඒක?
විශේෂයෙන් අපි බලන්න ඕනේ පන්දු යවන්නම් 5 දෙනෙක් ඇතුළත් කරනවා නම් අපේ කොහොමද හදන කම්බිනේෂන් එක කියන එක. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ දේවල් තමයි අනිවාර්යෙන් මේ තේරීම් කමිටු සමාජිකත් එක්ක කතා කරන්න ඕනේ. මොකද අපිට හොඳ දෙයක් තියෙනවා කියන්නේ මොකද දැන් අසේල අපිට සිම්බාබ්වේදී පන්දු යවන්න බැරුණා. ඉතින් නමුත් ඔහු සාමාන්‍ය තත්ත්වයට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඔහුත් පන්දු යවාවේ. ඉතින් අපි හැම වෙලේම බලන්න ඕනේ මේ තරඟයට අවශ්‍ය කම්බිනේෂන් එක හදාගන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක.
අපේ කලින් ක්‍රීඩා දඟපන්දු තමයි අපේ අගය කරතු නමුත් මේ ගංගාවේදී අපිට ලොකු ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා මොකද ඒගොල්ලෝගේ හොඳ පන්දු යවන්න දෙන්නේ ඉන්නවා මේ තරඟාවේදී අපේ දේශීය ශක්තිය වෙනස් ඉංග්‍රීසි කියන්නේ හෝම් ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් අපි කොයි විදිහකට හදාගන්නේ යන්නේ මේ තරඟවල.
ඔව් හැම වෙලේම බලන්න ඕනේ හෝම් ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එක අපි ඒක ඉස්සෙල්ලාම බලන්න ඕනේ. ඒත් එක්කම බලන්න ඕනේ කණ්ඩායම් දෙකේ තියෙන දක්ෂතාවයන් කොහොමද අපේ කණ්ඩායම මොන පැත්තෙන් දක්ෂයිද ඒ වගේම ඉන්දියන් කණ්ඩායම මොන පැත්තෙන් දක්ෂයිද කියන එක. ඉතින් ඒත් එක්ක තමයි අපි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කණ්ඩායම තෝරන්නේ. ඉතින් අනිවාර්යෙන් මේ වෙනකන් අපි ක්‍රීඩා කරලා තියෙන විශේෂයෙන් දඟපන්දු යවන්නත් එක්ක වැඩිපුර දඟපන්දු යවන්නත් එක්ක නමුත් ඒකයි මම හැම වෙලේම කියන්නේ අපිට තියෙනවා ලොකු වගකීමක් විශේෂයෙන් අංක 1 කණ්ඩායමත් එක්ක ක්‍රීඩා කරනකොට. ඉතින් ඒක අනිවාර්යෙන් තමන් ක්‍රීඩකයන් හැටියට කණ්ඩායම හැටියට අපි මේ වගකීම් පුළුවන් තරම් ඉෂ්ට කරන්න බලන්න ඕනේ.
ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඔයාගේ පන්දුවේ තමයි මේ විකට කරන්නේ අපි දැන් තේන විකට ගන්න ටිකක් කලින් වඩා විනාශ කියලා කොයි වගේ අභියෝගයක් වෙයිද
ඔව් මම හිතන්නේ ඒකයි මමත් හිතන්නේ පළවෙනි දවස් දෙක තුන දඟපන්දු යවන්නන්ට ලොකු දඟ කැවීමක් තියෙවි කියලා. නමුත් මම හිතනවා මේ තියෙන හුළඟයි ඔක්කොමත් එක්ක විශේෂයෙන් ගාල්ලේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට පන්දු දඟ කැවෙනවා. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා 4 වෙනි හෝ 5 වෙනි දවසේ වෙද්දී අනිවාර්යෙන් පොඩ්ඩක් හෝ දඟ කැවෙන්න අවස්ථාවක් තියෙවි කියලා. නෑ තාම මෙහෙම දෙයක් තීරණය කරලා නැහැ. නමුත් මම හිතනවා ඉතාමත් හොඳ මේ මට්ටමක ඉන්නවා විශේෂයෙන් මානසිකවත් ඔහුගේ ක්‍රීඩාව අතිනුත්. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා මේ තරඟාවලිය ඔහුට අවස්ථාවක් ලැබෙවි කියලා. අනිවාර්යෙන් එක චේන්ජ් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් තාම ඒකයි මම කිව්වේ තාම මේ කණ්ඩායම තෝරලා නැති නිසා ඒක මේ වෙලාවේ කියන්න අමාරුයි. අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලාම බලන්න ඕනේ අපි තරඟයක් ජයග්‍රහණය කරලා තියෙනවා ගාල්ලේදී. ඉතින් ඒ ගාල්ලේදී අපි තරඟ ජයග්‍රහණය කරද්දී අපිට ලැබුණු වාසි තමයි එකක් චන්දිමාල් ඔහු ලකුණු 160ක් ලබා ගත්තා. ඊට පස්සේ මම කඩලු ලබා ගත්තා. ඉතින් ඒ හැබැයි දෙකම දෙවෙනි ඉනිමේදී තමයි උනේ. නමුත් අපි බලන්න ඕනේ මොකද කණ්ඩායම් දෙකම මම හිතනවා විශේෂයෙන් ඉන්දියන් කණ්ඩායම පිටිකරණයේ පැත්තෙන් ඉතාමත් හොඳින් ඉන්නවා. උඩින් ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් අපි බලන්න ඕනේ කොහොමද ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ කඩලු දවාගෙන ඒත් එක්ක අපි කොහොමද ඒගොල්ලන්ට වැඩි ලකුණු ප්‍රමාණයකින් ඔවුන්ට පීඩනයකට දාන්නේ කියන. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ඒක තමයි කරන්න ඕන එකම දේ මේ අවස්ථාවේ හැටියට.
තව ප්‍රශ්නයක්
මෙමය තරගයේ කාසිය වාසිය ඇවිල්ලා කොයි පැත්තට යයිද කියලා කියන්න බෑ. නමුත් මම හිතනවා අනිවාර්යෙන් තරගයේ කාසිය වාසියත් කණ්ඩායමට වැදගත් වෙනවා කියලා.
Okay, thank you.
You don't have to very good relationship with
See, we've spoken enough about these issues, and it's something that we're not focusing at all now on. And as I mentioned in the press conference in Mumbai as well, there's no, sort of new scenario to sync with anything or understand anything. We've worked before and it's been very fruitful and successful. So we're just looking forward to the cricket now, and beginning this series is another chance for us as a team to showcase our skills and have consistent and convincing performances, which we have believed in as a side ever since we started our climb back into the rankings after the tour of Australia in 2014-15.
Thank you. Sir?
Yeah, we saw the wicket yesterday. It looked still, I think today we'll get a better idea. I think they rolled the wicket after we had a look in the morning, and it hardened up after being rolled. It's been watered nicely. There's a good grass covering, so we expect it to be a good batting wicket. Whatever we saw of it yesterday, and I'm sure that today it would have rolled in nicely as well. The surface underneath is very hard, and there's grass covering on it, obviously, to keep the surface bound up. So yeah, it should be a very good batting track.
Thank you, sir. Sir?
KL Rahul is out of the first test, and how big is a loss KL Rahul, and have you decided on the two openers for the?
We only have two more openers.
Maybe Rohit Sharma come in as
No. Rohit has never opened in Test cricket, and we don't see that kind of experiment happening here, because we have specialist openers in the team, and they will obviously be starting this game. KL unfortunately is down with a flu. Luckily it's not something very serious, so he just needs a few days to recover from that. Look, KL is a very established player for us, and he's done really well in the past couple of years for us in all formats, and he's a very solid player. But these kind of scenarios present opportunities for other players in the team to step up and show what they're capable of, and sort of have a solid performance, so they can stay with the team for a longer period and get more chances to play in the future. So we've said this before, our players look at these scenarios as opportunities.
Check.
In the Mumbai press conference, you termed the 2015 series as a landmark series, and obviously the team on a long learning curve overseas. You've come here this time as a #1 ranked side, and obviously there's another long overseas cycle in the next 18 months or so. How do you see this series as, say, a launch pad for the next 18 months or so?
Well, it's pretty different sitting here after 2 years from that particular series, because that was very important for us in terms of us coming together as a team and believing we can win series, not just games. So that was a beginning of that mindset, and we were able to build on that culture and on that mindset in the last couple of years. Training a certain way, thinking about the game a certain way, playing together as a team a certain way, and I think we've built a really good base for us as a team to be able to do that consistently over the next few years. We don't see any series as a launch pad for anything. For us, it's all about playing consistent cricket wherever we play and try to string in those performances, because of which we are at the top of the rankings right now, and we realize what needs to be done. So we're pretty humble in our preparations, and we're willing to do the hard yards every game that we play. And the next phase of cricket for us is going to be challenging, but something that we're really looking forward to, because we believe that we have the kind of skill that's required to win away from our conditions as well. We have all bases covered strongly.
Virat, the last time you guys played at ball, Virat had that stunning spell, and you were on the test match which was going India as well. How better prepared are the batsmen to tackle it this time on this pitch? And are there any strategies that you guys have thought of playing in this sense, being more attacking?
Yeah, I mean, he's a quality bowler. Last time he really dented us in that small chase, and something that actually was a great eye-opener for us. Then we worked on those things in the next two games, and we were able to win the series. He played both the games. The ball was still doing a bit, but I think our batsmen came up with the goods, and they had counter plans in place. So we understand what he brings to the table, and we understand what needs to be done. And I'm sure everyone is taking personal responsibility to plan their innings in a certain way, and play bowlers according to how they bowl, or what areas they hit, and what are the shots that are required to counter that. So yeah, we've come a long way from that tour, as I said, and we believe in our batsmen to deliver the goods when it's required by the team the most.
Last five now, Mr. Vacha.
Virat at the beginning is a good batting surface, and given the heat and humidity, how important is it to have enough bowling options?
Very important. Also, you need to understand, last time we felt in the first test that we played here, we probably a batsman short, and the fifth bowler didn't do much in the game. So we have those options open as well. We've got great balance in the side. We've got a guy like Hardik Pandya who is a wicket-taking bowler. Every game that he plays on any surface, he has a knack of picking up wickets. So he has a great chance of playing as well. So that gives us balance, because in the next two games in that tour we played the all-rounder, and that made all the difference. The extra batsman gave us more solidarity, and so we've taken learnings from that, and we'll surely apply those straight away into the series rather than getting a feel of how things will go. But very important to have your best strike bowlers to be able to pick up 20 wickets to win.
You had phenomenal success at home, but what do you feel are the weak links or any chinks in the armory that you've realized in the course of the last few months?
Well, I don't think there are any massive areas of concern for us. We've been looking to fine-tune smaller areas during the course of the game, which probably people might not pick up also. That can lead us into a situation which is not ideal. So we have given responsibility to the players to identify those areas and work on those areas themselves, taking more responsibility for the team, and making sure that if we are in a solid position, they should be able to consolidate the position and put us into a position where we can't lose from. So we have been able to put ourselves in a position in games, I think 80-85% of the games, where there's only one winner left, and that's the kind of sustained pressure that we've been able to build. And but the key, as I said, is to go out there and repeat those things again and again. You can't expect things to just happen by themselves. You need to work hard for every ball that you play on the cricket field, and that applies to batsmen, bowlers, collectively. So the smaller areas we keep identifying and keep working on them.
Thank you.
Well, it's just to see the responsibility taken by such a young bunch of players to go out there and make a difference for the team. Even the substitutes that sit on the sidelines, their efforts, their sort of energies, their concern for the team when they're running in to provide you with the essentials. It's great to see them also almost feeling like that they're a part of the playing 11 that's on the field. That's the kind of culture that's been created, and it's taken a while. Whoever steps into the change room, they immediately feel comfortable because of the way people are embraced, and how people are taking responsibility to maintain that culture. The bond between the team is outstanding, and that's something that really makes me proud that we're all really close to each other, and we really enjoy playing alongside each other, and that for me stands out the most, because that shows on the field. Even the most difficult situations, all guys believe together that we can do it, and we've been able to overturn situations more often than not, just because of that belief and the trust that we have between the players. So yeah, that for me is the most special thing apart from the cricket performances.
Last two.
Well, I think it's very similar to how you perceive a situation. Even as batsmen and bowlers, we counter difficult situations, but you choose to think positively or negatively in that stage, and that makes all the difference, whether you'll be able to counter it or you succumb to the situation. So what I like to do in these situations is think positive. The moment you panic, then that negative energy starts cropping up. So I like to see it as an opportunity, as I said, for the guys stepping in, and that's what the guys stepping in believe as well. So we have total belief in the guys that are in the squad as a whole, and not just the playing 11. So even the people sitting outside, we know they have the ability to be here in the test team for India. They are good enough, that's why they're being picked. So it's, as I said, it's a great opportunity for someone like an Abhinav or a Shikhar to string in a strong performance again. It's difficult to keep players positive when injured. I have also been injured recently, and it's not a nice feeling. So see, the only thing you can do is accept the reality and know what needs to be done. There's not much you can do apart from doing rehab and all those sort of things. This is not an injury, so I'm sure he's not that disappointed, because he's had a major surgery and he's been able to come back. So I think 3-4 days more will not make a difference to him, because he's feeling really good. In the practice game he was batting really well, so he's really looking forward to step back onto the field.
Last one. India is coming off a very strong home season. Comparatively, Sri Lanka has struggled in the recent matches. So how do you ensure that the team maintains the same kind of intensity and motivation?
For us, we're playing a game of cricket. It doesn't matter the opposition that we're playing against. For us, it's all about identifying the players that they have, their strengths, their areas of weakness, and focusing mainly on our performances and what we can do as a team. The moment you start focusing on oppositions and try to adjust your intensity according to who you're playing against, that's a very dangerous thing to do, because if you don't respect the game, the game will sort you out at some stage. It will find you and it will expose you. So we totally respect the game, and we totally know how hard we need to work to win every test match, every situation, every session. Every ball is an event for us, so we're willing to put in the hard yards for that, and something that everyone in the team respects. And as I said, that's something we've built as a part of the culture, and which is something that I'm proud of and the whole team is proud of. So we take a lot of pride in playing test cricket for India and doing the hard yards every game that we play.